One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.
Abilene Christian has a tremendous history of success at the Division II and NAIA levels. In fact, we're fifth most all times in national championships with 64. And so there's a tremendous history of success at those levels. But when we went Division I 3 years ago, we didn't want to just arrive at the Division I level. We wanted to win at the Division I level and be successful. And we have a great president in Phil Schubert, and my predecessor, Jared Mosley. When they made the decision to go D1, they really made a commitment and investment in athletics to be successful at this level. And so my job, I feel, is just to continue to maintain that momentum and to capitalize on the interest that our fans and our alumni have in our program right now. And so we're really trying to strategically invest in facilities and in specific sports to really put us on the map nationally. I think we have this incredible product with a wonderful history in this little town of Abilene, Texas, in the middle of West Texas. And so I feel like it's my personal responsibility to tell that story nationally and get people to notice who we are and what we're doing. I think our institution is an incredible faith-based university with great academics and a history of success. And I think that our future is tremendously bright. And so, like I said, I feel a personal responsibility to continue the momentum and to tell the story of all the great things happening in Abilene, Texas, and to put ACU on the map from a facility standpoint, from a fundraising standpoint, and from a competitive standpoint as well. Yeah, my background is definitely interesting in that I was a little bit of a one-trick pony, where I was kind of a development guy and was still trying to learn the business and hadn't even had sports supervision yet. And then I get the call from Abilene Christian asking me to interview. And one thing I learned very early on in the process was it really comes down to your connection with the president. I mean, this is the first time I've ever interviewed or even thought about interviewing for an AD job. I thought my next step was a senior associate AD for development type of job. And so here I am interviewing for a Division I AD job, and I didn't really think I was ready. And one of my mentors, Bubba Cunningham, I called him before the interview, and he said, "Hey, you're never really ready, but if you want to be an AD, then go be an AD and learn on the job." And so that's what I've tried to do. And so I went into that interview with the confidence of that. I've been around great ADs throughout my career, from Dave Maggard at Houston, Jim Livengood, and Greg Byrne at Arizona, and Paul Krebs in New Mexico. I learned a tremendous amount from them just through osmosis, and being around and paying attention and learning how they operate, kind of gleaning as much as I possibly could from those four ADs over the last 10 years. And I was a lot more prepared than I thought I was. And as I as I went through the interview process, I realized that I could do this. And I had, like I mentioned earlier, a really great connection with the president of ACU. We hit it off right from the get-go. And I think between my preparation from my previous ADs and my connection with the president, I was ready to take the job, and I haven't looked back ever since.
And that's today's One Question, brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. One Question is designed to give D1 Ticker subscribers valuable insights on how executive leaders in college athletics think about key issues on their respective campuses, in their departments, or within their leagues and conferences. One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.